Hello and welcome to this coaching session on leadership for legends. So, if that is not promising, I don't know what. This session is going to be with Antonia Osipova from Moscow. And the session is for anyone who wants to see some coaching demonstrations on this topic or who wants to be coached yourself on this topic or something which is relevant within that. Obviously, if you don't like to be on screen, because this meeting is being recorded and also being streamed, so be aware of this. If you are not comfortable with that, you can do the coaching at the site, not live on the stream, but at the site and doing the inquiry for yourself. My name is Daniela. I will be a tech host for this session. So if you have any technical problems, do feel free to private message me. We would love you if you have your cameras on, because it provides us with feedback and it allows us also to provide feedback to you. But if you absolutely don't want, it's okay. So this session will be run just under 1 hour, and we will asking for volunteers to be coached later on. If you think this might be useful for any friends, any other coaches, please share the link and invite any coaches or people who might enjoy this into this event, which is still going on for today and tomorrow. And with that, do let me introduce you to your coach. So Antonia is an embodiment facilitator. She's also a trainer and mindfulness instructor, the main embodied yoga principles representative in Russia. Antonia works on adult development and personal consulting, teaching specialists online and offline, and she's also organizing embodied and art events. We are very, very lucky to have Tonya here, how we like to call her. Welcome, Antonia.
Hello. Thank you, Daniela, for presentation. Yeah, you can call me Antonia or Tonya, which is more like, I don't know, familiar for your language and what is more convenient for you. And yeah, nice to see all of you. And thank you for switching on the cameras. I see some people are still missing, but I hope they will come back to the screens. And I would like to start with um, overall kind of conversation about leadership. And I didn't pick up the name of the session, Leadership for Legends. But when I hear that, that makes me feel like I don't know, superhero or something, like wow, like really, really empowering. And I'm wondering what is that for you? What is leadership for you? And if you don't mind, please type in the chat some associations, maybe, or words, or what comes up in the body when you hear leadership. What is that? Maybe that's some reaction like bzz, ooh, something big, or maybe you have some story about leadership, integrity, yeah, role model, forefront of change, frightening, that could be guidance, clear vision, direction. Good. We have these associations that all already related to body, like direction, responsibility, radical responsibility, courage to drive, inspiring, clarity, motivation. Cool. So it's really different, right? Honesty and integrity. At some point in words it could be different, but with the feelings can be the same. And yeah, I like your answers. I will stay with the answers for now, because I like it. Joy, guiding and developing. hmm At some point I found I've been exploring leadership with business people on our trainings, on embodiment trainings, and we did develop this emotional skills. And also, at some point, we found that leadership is also about being calm and being sure that that will happen. And I just saw Mark now, and I realized that for me, he's a really, really good role model of leadership, of a leader man. And once, just with his voice, he calmed me down and said, like, everything will be okay. And I felt that kind of leadership of my how he lead my state. So, and as I know now, here are lots of coaches and people who are working with people, right? Am I right? I don't know what's your professions, and if it's handy, can you please type your kind of professional identity next to your name so I could see who you are, or you can type that in chat if it's easier. Professional coach, yeah. So, medium. So sometimes, sometimes when we work with people, and if we work with people, it takes us to lead. And now I'm in that position. I'm like inviting you. And my leadership is, my style of leadership usually is about like, let's go, come on, join me. And that could be related to fun and joy and maybe some play. And what do you know about yourself? This is like a reflective question. Which leader are you? Maybe you know somebody, first words that you said about leadership. Maybe that's related to some other leaders. Does that relate to you? Or your leadership, your style of leadership is different? Sober one, yeah. Empathy, connection. Yeah, so if my question is clear, yeah. So, or if you say about your type of leadership, how do you lead people? How would you call it? Again, maybe that could be some word or metaphor, or that could be even some character, like, I don't know, I lead as a Spider-Man or I don't know, somebody like, how would you frame your leadership? Compassionate and encouraging. Mm-hmm. Reluctant. Create safe space for healing and emerge growth. Inspiration. Transformative, authentic. Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay, and if you place that in your body, how would it feel? Like if you now sit as that word that you name your leadership. Yeah, for example, mine, I already showed that to you. It's like this. So the movement will be like this. Let's go. I'm sure when I'm going, and I'm inviting. Usually like this pulling. In Semitic language, I call that, I pull, I invite into this. So if you see it different, like your style of leadership, how will it look like? You can do some movement, you can do some posture. You can, I don't know, try different positions. Maybe you will stand up, maybe you will jump, maybe you will, I don't know, stand on a chair. And I know some examples of leadership is like, follow me, let's go. It's just, I'm inviting you to explore that. If you don't want to do that, you can do that later, or just do some notes on that. Yeah. So and now I will invite you to try now several postures from embodiment yoga that, in my point of view, could be somehow related to leadership. And you can just notice where you have something like insight or some connection to some posture, and maybe then combine the leadership from that postures, or add something else. So I will stand up and start with that one that I really like, that I showed you already a bit, but we'll do that in standing posture. I put my one leg back and kind of sit on it a bit. like I put the weight on the back leg, and I put my hands in front of me. It's in parallel with the floor, and I do this like, let's go, come to me, or join me, I invite you. That could be anything. It's like, I can do breathe or do like, and stay here. And kind of notice what is going on with your hands. Breathe in, breathe out. Is that familiar for you? To invite people to join to your session or to join your idea. Every leader has an idea, right? Okay. And we'll go further. And if you notice something in any posture, you can just do a note or like a mark and then write down. But between postures, we will do shaking. So shake off anything extra that came now and you don't need it. You can do like shaking, shaking, shaking. And the next posture will be like that. So I also put my legs as wide as the shoulders. I put my front leg and bend the knee, and I go with my weight in front, like I move a bit, like, and I will put my hands on the heart and then put my hands up and facing down. And from this posture, I will say, I know what I'm doing now. I'm sure. And from here, I can say my profession. For example, I can say, I am an embodiment facilitator, and I will lead you through this session. Follow me. Let's go. Notice what is happening in your body when you stay in this posture. This is authority posture. Probably you did that during the day. And again, if you're tired, feel tired, you can do shake off and try on another leg, on another side. So does it familiar for you to lead from this position? Or maybe you do that from this position. And you can slightly change it, like from here to here, and feel the difference. And we'll try another one about leading. I'll invite you to put the weight on the front leg again, but move your hands in front and do it as a gift. So I give you. Again, you can give it from heart. Here you are. And that is different from this, right? But that's about giving something. And leader, he should give, I think so. But maybe that's not really relevant for situations where you need leadership. So I invite you to think about different situations in your life where you need that leadership and what is more familiar, which style is more familiar. This. That could be also a posture that is related to a long path of going or moving somewhere. And again, this is my interpretation of leadership. Yours could be different, but let's try warrior posture. Every knows probably if you did yoga. So you put your front leg in front and bend the knee really wide. You put your back leg in perpendicular the front leg, and you kind of widen it and sit down, and put your hands parallel the floor, and you look into future, or pick the point in your room where you're pointing with your front hand. and think about the goal. Any goal that you can lead anyone to. For example, now I'm being that warrior. I'm saying, hey guys, let's go with me. Follow me during this hour. And I can do like this, invite. And when I see on the screen you doing different warriors, I feel that connection, kind of, we go in together, and it's make me more powerful. I just feel it in my body. I'm like, oh, cool. But I really need to know where I'm going to. Otherwise, you would not follow, right? So does that familiar for you, this kind of leadership? And yeah, you see, I became red, and like we're really enthusiastic and leading people somewhere in the final posture in the warrior. So from these postures, what was more familiar for you? What is more in the contact with your leadership? How do you see that? Could you please share in the chat? That could be combination, warrior and giving. So let's go. I will support you. Yeah, let's go with me. Authority felt good. Receiving was uncomfortable. That's not really often now when we use this, yeah, you call it right, receiving. But also there could be a variation of inviting or kind of requesting, let's go with me. So I'm really human oriented person, so I always inviting, not saying like let's go directly. First posture is familiar. Okay, so that was a small exploration regarding leadership. Maybe in these postures you can find different types of leadership in your colleagues, or even in some facilitators or coaches that you see, I don't know, today, and you will see tomorrow. So you can kind of assess which type of leadership is that. Yeah, so that was a slide demonstration, so we can start with this topic. And now I'm curious if there are some real requests on this topic. And if you have some, please raise your hand, right? And we can listen to them. I think that I can listen for 3 and pick the one I like most. Not personally, but the one I feel is good for now. Yeah, I see one hand. Salma? Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
So I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm a coach. I'm trying to build my business, and I'm making a lot of posts and things online and videos. And I have received feedback that in my posts, when I write something, when I talk, I'm always talking about we, and putting myself in place of the people that I am leading, without and not showing that I'm an authority, I'm different, that they can come to me for help, because I like to put myself as one of them first. So I'm just wondering about that. How can I, belong to them and empathize and show that I have experienced all of this, and at the same time, at the same time show that I'm not, just sinking with them in the problem, if you know what I mean, that I can lead them out of it, or to differentiate myself as a leader.
So that's more about language, how you talk about that. But is that happen in real life when you communicate in real?
And well, it's in real life, I almost go to an extreme. So either if I'm empathizing, then I find myself uncomfortable to give the solutions or to tell them I can help you with this, because it seems like I am, it just feels uncomfortable. Or I will do the opposite, and maybe they need, and then maybe I just, differentiate myself too much, and it seems like I'm just giving, like, that I am just being too much of an authority, or giving too much advice, or telling someone what to do. So
Okay.
it's an extreme of both, I would say.
I see. Okay, thank you for your case. And do we have someone else who would like to work in? Yes? No? No. Okay, so we will work with you, Selma, and I will open my window first. Just be back in a second. Okay. So so can you now think about those situations where you felt that where you find that you're saying we and you are joining somebody's opinion, right? Or you texting about experience that you had and you think people have, and what is in there that is that you don't like?
It's just that I want to demonstrate that I am an authority, an expert in what it is that I'm talking about. But the way that I express this is saying, I am just like you. I am one of you. I am struggling with the same things as you. And I'm not talking to one person individually. This really comes up when I'm talking to a group of people at the same time, that at that point, I find it really uncomfortable to separate, to say, you need to do this. Listen to me. I am telling you 1, 2, 3, and this is what you need to do. I'm always saying, this is what we have. This is what we need to do. This is how we can get out of it. And so I've been, given feedback that I need to do more of, like, to separate myself a little bit more, and to do more of an authority, in order to be able to, for them to trust me as an authority figure, and to demonstrate my credibility just in how I embody myself.
Okay. So can you pick one phrase that you say about, like, we, or something that you're saying to your audience? I don't know. Is there some certain topic?
Yes. So I can say, we, as highly sensitive people, we struggle a lot with managing our energy.
Okay. I would invite you to try, I'm just thinking of a process that could happen now. I would invite you to do 3 postures together with me, and you can repeat this phrase out loud, or just repeating it in your head, and try to feel the difference in between. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So one of them we already did, and that is authority posture. So you, let me see you more clear. Yeah, okay, here you are. So you put your front leg in front, anyone you like, left or right, that doesn't matter. Bend the knee and move you with your corpse in front, and then put your hands on the chest, and then put your hands in there. Yeah, okay, good. And from here, try to say that phrase.
we as highly sensitive people have trouble managing our energy.
How does it feel?
It feels like I'm lying. It feels like I can't be in this position and at the same time empathize with the weakness and the overwhelm of the people who I am helping in their suffering. So I feel that to be with them, I have to shift down to their energy and kind of like be small and not powerful. So
So you see, we just did this posture, but we also can do it. We can do it bigger. Maybe if you put your hands like this. So I'm now kind of closing with the cup on you or on the screen, saying, and I bend my leg even more. And here it's just, what about the feeling? So we're kind of exaggerating what you already described there. You have that feeling that you don't have right to say in here. Okay. Shake it off. Okay, another one. Put your weight on the back leg. Put your hands in the middle and do like this. And try from here to say that.
Us highly sensitive people have trouble with our energy.
I hear your voice really changed from here. What is the sense? What you felt?
Yeah, it feels more authentic.
More authentic.
More authentic. Like I can be in that position because from here, it's like, how do we fix our problem together? Or I'm analyzing the situation and now the next step could be like the idea of, and this is what we should do next.
So do you want to change this phrase somehow from this posture? Do you want to say something different?
No. I know that it seems that as a highly sensitive person, you are having trouble with managing your energy. I can relate with that. And this is what we can do about it. And that would be the end of the pose.
So how does this posture, how does this quality feels now? Like, is that about being a leader, or how would you call this position?
I don't know if it's like being a leader. It's I feel it more like almost like being a doctor that's prescribing something. I'm not sure if it would be like a leader.
Okay. So just keep that in mind. This kind of quality. Okay. Shake off something extra that you don't need now from previous postures. And try to stand on both of your legs and find balance between right and left. You can do this movements to measure the weight on your feet. Breathe in. And with breathing in, you can rise up a bit. And with breathing out, relax your core. And I put my hands on the belly, and you can put them somewhere on the middle of your body and just feel your breath, how it is going and how you relaxing, but not collapsing, and not being really straight and tough, but and then when you felt that, you can put your hands on the sides, check that your knees are soft and you're comfortable in this position. You can even do wider step, like to be more more stable. And place your hands like this. Maybe not too much, but this is like triangle. And I'm widening my basement to be sure that I'm standing here. And also kind of widening my stability with my hands. So I'm like a big triangle. And in this posture, this is mountain posture. This is what I stand for. You can ask yourself, what do you stand for? Maybe you stand for those highly sensitive people and you really care about them. Maybe that's something else, some kind of mission, or why you do your work, why you do these consultations with that group of people or trainings. Don't forget to breathe. And if you feel tiredness, you can always shake off and go back. And I would ask you, what do you stand for? In that case that we discussed, what is important for you to bring up for those people? Maybe some principles, some knowledge that you have. Just you now can say it just for yourself or save it. Maybe, yeah. Do you want to share something? Oh, I don't hear you. Yeah, please unmute.
I was muted.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So do you find something in this position, like what kind of feeling you have in here?
It feels like I stand. I'm not sure if I stand alone or if I stand with them, but yes, I feel balanced and sturdy.
Okay. And from here, I invite you to do a warrior posture. And if you are with those people, can you imagine that you going to some goal, name that goal for you and those group of people. And you can also do like that, like this, or like this, like inviting those people to go together. They could be in movement or in the shape of container. This is about safety. This is about going and moving. Do you feel stable in this position now?
Yes. Yes.
Do you know the goal where you go into now with those people?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And from this position, this will be the last try. Let's go back to authority posture now. So again, find your stable position of your legs. Put one in front. Breathe in, breathe out. And from here, rise up your hands. And from here, can you say again that phrase? Or maybe that will change somehow. What do you want to say to those people?
I will help you manage your energy. I can help you manage your energy. I know how to help you manage your energy. You will find relief. This is how you will find relief.
Okay. How does it feel now?
No, it feels good. And the warrior with the container, I felt that one was the most one that I really needed, that I felt that I needed, because it could show me that I can take someone with me. I can empathize and care for them and connect, and at the same time show them the goal and with the warrior. So that was, I don't need to be separate from them. I can still be with them and together go towards the goal.
So this
I thought I
combination
needed
of going together,
Yes.
like taking them with you and going to that way.
Yes.
Okay. Does it change somehow your authority? Like if you compare the first time you did authority in the first phrase and the last one, what's changed?
Yes, I felt more, I think that before I always had a fear that to be a leader, I disconnect from the people I'm leading and that I separate myself from them. And I don't like to do that. I want to belong to them and for them to belong to me. And I didn't have a way to do it. But and so the authority felt like I'm separate. I am above them. I didn't like that. But now, after going through all of the poses and especially doing that warrior pose with them with me, then it just felt that was the next step. And I'm not disconnecting from anyone. So yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you, Salma. Thank you. So if you would like to continue to kind of straighten up or build up those qualities, you can practice those postures. One of them that we did was container. Another one was warrior, and we combined them. We put them together, right? So one here, quality of container, and this kind of feeling of community maybe or something together, and going and choosing the goal, and also authority posture. And I recommend to practice them separately, like this three, and then feel the difference. Like in the preparation to authority, you can combine those. Like, okay, we as a group, or I'm as a leader, what am I focusing on, where I'm going to, and can we go together? And then this kind of declaration to people, what I suggest. It's like making it visible for the group or for somebody who you invite into this path.
Yes, and do you recommend doing these poses before recording a video or before writing a post?
Well, usually we recommend those postures like to practice them in a safe space at the regular time. That could take you like 3 minutes, 3 postures, one minute for each, and then you kind of building up the habit, and then it's like a build up of muscle. So before going to people, you can just do authority. If you already have that feeling of that type of authority that you like, that type of leadership that you like, and your body already remembers it, you already experienced that. So the other postures that we did was mountain posture, and I put you into that to feel more more like connection to what is important for you. That's also, maybe you didn't feel that it is important, but it is. So in this strong postures, we really need to connect the earth, to connect to ourselves, and to feel our weight and to feel our feet. So that was also a preparation to do this leading postures. Yeah.
Okay, so the sequence would be mountain pose, and then warrior, and then warrior with container, and then authority.
Yeah,
that would be
that could be. But you also can mix up and experiment and do notes, like individually. You can do like a diary of postures, because that will be different in every day. So one day you will feel one way, another one you can feel, and one day you can wake up and feel like, okay, I'm not a leader today, so maybe just do container and just stay with yourself. It's not like and give yourself a rest and be really like caring in this practice. No harsh movement or harsh practice. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Salma. Thank you for sharing your experience with us. So do we have, Daniela, do we have time for another case, or better stay with the questions? How would you
Yes,
advise?
we do need to wrap up like five, 5 minutes past. So you have like 14 minutes left.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I invite you guys to ask questions, or if somebody have quick question or quick case for leadership, you can also share it with us. I will follow. I see a hand of Magdalene and Annabelle. I'm not sure who was first. Yeah, Magdalene. I don't hear. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Salma, very much for bringing that up. I actually, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
I actually did not intend to come to this workshop. I was looking for the trauma workshop, and I'm over in the West Coast, and I got up at 4 o'clock this morning, and
Wow.
and I'm trying to connect. Anyways, but I stayed because I really like you and your voice. So I thought, well, I'm not a leader, so this is not going to apply to me. But so thank you, Salma, because it was very pertinent what you brought up. I too have the tendency, I went through all my poetry one year, about 20 years ago, I went through all my poetry and I changed I to we, because I feel that strongly that I'm not a leader, I'm a facilitator. And I was going to ask you how you would differentiate that. And then I'd love to, if you could give me a couple of postures, because what I'm trying to facilitate is world peace. And people either think it's impossible or, that's a lovely goal and it's a nice project and good luck, but I can't seem to get people to do anything. And I have a very simple plan that if we all tried it out. And the thing is, like you really stressed that you should know where you're going if you're going to lead. Well, that's why I'm not a leader. I don't know how this is going to unfold. I am not going to be in control of this process, but there are at least thousands of extremely creative and wonderful people, and a lot of them are here today and in this community, but also in the permaculture community and the environmental movement and in the peace movement and in the spiritual communities like Sounds True and Jeff Darno at Being and Doing, a lot of, and Valerie Kaur with a Revolutionary Love Project, so many wonderful things. Justin Michael Williams, these people are doing wonderful things. What we need is a new platform. Just very briefly, we need a new platform because all of these efforts are building on muck because it's
so you know your goals, right?
you know I'm
what
very clear. I can articulate it. I could go on for hours, but we only have like 5 minutes because this other woman wants to speak too. So just give me a half a second so that you can know how frustrated I have been, because for years and years we make a project, and if everybody could make their own little peace project, and if even just 52% of us said we want to declare peace. And so that is only the first step. Peace means that we vow to do no more harm to the people, the planet, the plants, the animals, and the minerals. That's it. We agree about that. We have peace. So now all this money is freed up from the military, and the people that are going to lose their jobs, they can go and take out landmines and help people build.
So what is your request exactly? Like, may I give you a short feedback, like on how I feel it? Yeah.
Yes.
So I can show that in posters, the things that you say. You're saying, I know my goal, I know where I'm going to. Also, you're saying about something big that you've been holding and caring for a long time, as I hear that. And also you saying about this is the posture of, there could be another leadership, and I feel that probably your type of leadership is like that, is about, wow, it's something bigger, it's a piece, and this is inspiration. And when you spoke, I felt like, wow, that is such a huge and big thing that you are doing and you are bringing, and it makes me feel like, wow, in this, like like inspiring, and I feel like tickles and ooh. So you can combine this one, but usually when we have a lot of this, we sometimes don't have this power, like raw power of moving things and being done. So that could be a combination of being, wow, inspiration, connecting to that, being stable in this inspiration. Are you doing that with me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So go from inspiration, put your weight on the front leg, and put your hands down, and move your hands further. So from here, take the inspiration and put it to life.
Oh, yes.
Move. From here, wow, something big. To this, I'm really doing that. Ha! I'm promoting the thing that I'm doing. Yeah, and yeah, maybe you sound really enthusiastic in that. Yeah. That could be more like raw power of promoting the things that you're doing. So how do you feel now with that?
I feel so excited. You're the first person that's let me finish saying what I'm going to say. And that reaction, it's just thrilling. It's just thrilling to me, because that's how I want people to feel. I want everyone to feel that they have a role to play and they can be excited. And I mean, I haven't formed a group, because you don't have to pay anything. You just have to use your own interest and your own creativity. So whatever issue that you're involved in, just add it to the agenda. And if you're a knitting group, maybe start out by knitting mittens and for peace. So you got your mittens for peace, and then you.
So from now you have already our support, and I see in chat that in this movement you can move with somebody who's supporting you, and with like warriors who are going with you. And like I saw in previous sessions, there was also support, like the feeling of the hands on your back. You can imagine somebody who's supporting you in this, like moving your things, like your project that you're doing. Thank you, Magdalene. Thank you for sharing your story. And let us move to the questions. I think we have like 5 minutes for questions regarding embodiment coaching, regarding leadership. Maybe you have some insights that you want to share. And thank you for sharing your stories, Salma and Magdalene. How to lead time. Yeah, that's another thing about, and we've been saying here about different focuses of attention. So with this container posture, you can practice to lead different things, like so I think that for leadership, it's the first that you lead yourself, your reactions, your body, and your breathing. You can practice leadership even with the breathing. And with this posture of container, you could put in here like anything you want. For example, time. So now when I'm making this shape, I'm also looking at watch, at clock, and saying like, okay, what is the frame of this session? How do I frame it? How do I hold it? I also take care of my state. I also take care of you guys, because we plan this event, so it won't be really a lot. So this is about caring, actually, and also about framing. And also, but then from here, I'm kind of bringing it and making it visual, making it, how how you say, bigger, and showing to you. I'm revealing that to you. Okay, we have this frame of timing, and just introducing that to you. Yeah. So also, I think this time management and all overall management in my practice, it really helps to me to work with the warrior posture, because I did that for 1 month every day, just for 1 minute. I put a photo in my Instagram and did a hashtag. It's like, in Russian, it's "Эй, мой воин." It's like, "Hey, my warrior." So, and I tagged my colleagues and somebody from whom I felt that I really need support. And that was there was a case about my own leadership in my life. Like, do I really reach my goals that I set up? And I requested at the beginning of the practice, I requested the help of community, the support. And then in like a couple of days, there started appearing different pictures of my colleagues, friends, and then their clients and somebody else. And it was like, wow. So it felt really empowering to go together to some goals. And also, as I'm a visual person, so for me it was like, whoa, that's like a happy birthday to me, to see all those people supporting me. And I felt like, okay, now I feel powerful with that, and I can finish my goals, I can continue my path. And I kind of inhabited that. So sometimes I repeat that practice, but not for months, but maybe less. But I already have that feeling of like going somewhere and being a leader. But that's, you see, today we talked about different type of leaderships. Something about goals, something about inspiration and being really powerful to move it. Yeah. So in the last couple of minutes, please do share some, I don't know, small insights, maybe not small, that you had from today's sessions, or maybe that will be just gratitude to our heroes who work today with me. And I'm sorry, I'm not a native speaker, so probably, I hope my language sound clear enough for you. Posture to encourage self-motivation. For me, that was warrior. I don't know what will be for you, Bia. I would work and kind of ask more what motivates you. I don't know what is your motivation. For me, that, from my case, it was community and support of other people. Does vulnerability pose have any place with leadership? Well, I can say my opinion. I'm not an expert for your life, but for me, sometimes showing that I'm a real person, and for example, when my team member is texting me and asking something, and I'm saying like, you know what, I'm really tired, I'm exhausted, and I'm saying that, like, I'm showing my vulnerability at the moment and saying like, let me answer you tomorrow when I have fresh mind and I'm not in a rush. And that makes me a real person. I think that was some trick from some famous people who were showing that they're really real person and do some fuck ups. Yeah, we all do that. But when we share them and when we make them visible, we are making ourselves stronger. This is my beliefs. So I don't know if you share them. Okay. My Instagram. Yeah, okay. I will share my Instagram and at the end. And I think we are ready to wrap up this session. Thank you everyone for coming, and I will pass the word to back to Daniela.
Thank you so much. It was lovely. It was a fantastic session and gives a very different taste to leadership than we had this morning, for those of you who were in the morning in the leadership session. And for those of you who haven't been, the recordings are available over the weekend. if you want to get to know more about the embodied yoga principles, I just put a couple of links with a PDF where you can see all the wonderful postures, and also a link to the EYP training, which I'm saying a few words in a moment. Antonia, it would be great if you can stay for like 1 more minute, because after the announcements, I will ask you for your top tip on embodied coaching before we're going into a short break. But do let me share my screen to let you, to actually show you the offer we have, because now you saw EYP, or Embodied Yoga Principles in Action, and if you're a coach, we do want you to just like steal it and use it, because this stuff goes deep and it does require training, which starts with your own embodiment, which is basically EYP for daily practice. That's your personal practice. Antonia shared a lot that she was like practicing these poses for months and months, different poses. And that is required if you actually want to coach with that. And for this weekend, we still have all the trainings on offer, and they're like fairly cheap. And if you're like located in Europe or even in the UK, like this price even is lower because of the exchange rates. So if you're a coach and you want to bring EYP into your work, go for this package, because there are coaching demonstrations in it. And for those of you who are yoga teachers and want to bring your yoga off the mat, this would be for you, with examples also on how to integrate EYP into a vinyasa flow or a ashtanga, or into different like yoga styles and yoga sessions. So with that, the links are in the website. And with that, I want to give the last word to Antonia with your top tip on embodied coaching.
Well, stay curious to your body reactions. Like every posture, every movement can bring you different gifts in other moments. Like every day you're different, so stay curious to that.
Thank you so much. And we are following up with a session on You Are Not Your Past, Trauma Awareness and Coaching, with the wonderful, delicious Patricia Agrier. We're starting in 2 minutes. Take the time to get away from the screen, take a water in, water out break as you need, move, shake, dance, whatever you need. If you want to like join the next session and want to stay embodied while being in front of the screen. Have a lovely evening, and thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.